Hi guys, my name is Carmen Mercado and I'm Nani's success partner. And she had asked me to come here and share a little bit about what I thought about her videos, and I absolutely took some awesome notes that I want to share, and also wanted to add a little bit of my way of thinking, or maybe a few things that the same way that I got inspired and I learned through her, maybe I can inspire you and teach you something as well. Okay, so I remember listening to her video twice, and I did that on my way to my office. Every time that I would drive, I would play it in the background. So when I was able to sit down and get some also notes, the first thing that caught my mind was the interest list. And this is the thing, I never knew that Facebook had that feature until she mentioned it. So I find that a little fascinating, because it's like that extra way to remind you of those prospects. I guess the way that I visualize it, that I might be able to use it, is to add the people that I visualize as having in my team. So I would go and open an interest list and just simply put there the people that I wish to have on my team. You know what, that saying that what you send to the universe, it comes back. So I think that would be a great way for me to not only keep track of the people that I would like to eventually have in my team, but also the people that I want to connect the most. So I think that's an awesome thing, and I thank you, Nani, for sharing that. Like I said, I never knew about it. Now, I remember her saying about when you friend request other people, and this is something that I want to share. We all go through stages. There might be a time that maybe you don't feel as comfortable when it comes to friend requesting from the cold market, and maybe you stay more in the warm market. But this is the things that I have learned and I have overcome the more that I grow. Okay, I people that like any post that I have related to either a challenge group or a business opportunity, I would go and private message them every single time. And I always say hi. If it's somebody that I had never developed a conversation with, I would go and say hi, welcome to my page. I like to connect with like-minded people. I noticed that you like my post about such and such, whether it was business opportunity or whether it was about a challenge group. And then I would expand and said, is it something that you're considering? And let's chat. So I have like a little script that I follow when it comes, but I always reach out. And then from there, I determine where the relationship is gonna go, or whether I'm gonna send a friend request. Now, every time that somebody likes my post, let's say business opportunity, and that's what I aim for the most, I always go and I look at the profile. So there's certain things that I look for when I scan their page. Obviously, just what Nani said is very important. That profile picture means the world. So I want you to go to your page and look at your own pictures as well. Do you have a very catchy profile picture? Because remember, that's the window of your store. So if you do not have, I encourage you to go and take a picture that you're smiling, that you're welcoming, that you are putting your best foot forward about your business. Okay, so I always look at that profile picture. I always scan what they post. I want to see excuse me, I want to see if this is a person that just shares on their timeline, or this is a person that speak up their mind, or I want to see what their values are. And you can tell a little bit about that on their timeline. So those are another thing that I always check are their friends. Okay, I want to see if they have any connections to somebody on my friend list, or if they have any connections with other coaches. Okay, because I don't want to friend request a coach or somebody that is already doing maybe having a relationship with other coach. So those are the first thing that I look. If I look and everything seems fabulous, things that I like, I friend request the person immediately. Okay, now it all boils down whether that person is gonna accept your friend request or not. So this is what I do. My goal is I send 10 friend requests a day, 10. So I check those friend requests every other day, and by the 5th day is none of them, or some of them are still not being accepted. I just undo them, because I don't want that to hold me back from being able to accept other people or send out other friend requests, I should say. So that's something that I always keep my eyes on, the people that are friend requesting. And just like Nani said, you can go to the tab that says recently added, and you can keep track of those people. I didn't know that either, so thank you, Nani. So yes, like-minded people is so important, and I do the same thing with people on my like page, people that I like, people that I join my page for the first time. I always message them, I always scan their pictures, and I send that friend request if I want to. Okay, the breadcrumbing, that is awesome. But you know, my upline is Janelle Summers. And something that she teaches us is the importance of growing your business, of the importance of aiming to build a strong business based on coaches, okay? Not just challenge group, but people that join you for the coaching opportunity as the priority. There will be people that are gonna join you for the discount because they have the passion for the products or Shakeology, and maybe in the future, who knows, you might find your go-getter from a discount coach. So you never want to neglect anyone. And I say this because in the past, I remember thinking twice about sending a friend request to someone because it has certain characters that I didn't think were right under my description. But a voice inside of me said, you know what, don't judge anybody. Everybody has the right to growth. Everybody has the right to change the same way that you have changed and you had grown yourself. So I remember sending the friend request to this person, and little did I know that was my next coach that joined my team. Okay, that person might stay with you for a few months, maybe decide not to pursue the business, but you never know who might join you, and you never know who's gonna be your go-getter. So that's something that you always want to have on the back of your mind. I love that she mentioned TeamSafe to me. I wasn't using it. I was doing the old-fashioned way, which is papers and writing and trying to be as organized as possible. But you know what? We are humans and everything slips through the cracks. And I was really losing people that I couldn't remember. So when I found TeamSafe, I'll be honest, I didn't do any training. I just went in it and I started figuring it out. But I love the fact, and she mentioned this the other day about the tags. Tags are so important because today I created an event for a sneak peek, okay? And those tags saved me from really going down or narrowing my list based on the people that I have presented business. So I have a tag that I put as business opportunity. I have a tag that says, I got this from Herco the other day, July prospect. So I would put a tag for every single month, and I would call it, I don't know, August prospect. The key is going to be the month and prospect. Tags that, like I said, business opportunity. Maybe you wanted to have a tag that says challenge group opportunity or invite, but think the way that in the future you can narrow it down and find the people that you need at the moment. That was what the missing link that I had on my list. Okay. Also, every week, aim for something that is called Go for 50 No's. So every week we do, Janelle taught us to do what is called maybe a business list or an invite list. Is that you go back to 50 people that you have spoke to in the past, and you want to follow up with them, and you want to send that reconnection. You know, I don't have the script with me, but it's something along the lines that it says, I know that in the past you were interested in a challenge group, and I would, you know, what he said, knock my head or something like that if I would not follow with you. Maybe you're interested now, there's no pressure, but I wanted to double check with me. I'm double check with you. I have a challenge group coming up, and you mentioned that day in such and such day, and I would love you to be part of it. Is this a better time for you to join? And you always want to close with, by the way. And you go to something personal. You want to go to their page, and this is something that I love from Teensy, because you can put that direct link that you press and it brings you to that person page. And you want to like pictures. You want to find some kind of a connection. My biggest connection is doggies. I don't know if you know me by now, but I have two Rottweilers, and I'm an advocate for animals. I have a heart that a soft heart for animals. So if I see an animal, it just melts my heart. So that's the first thing. If they have an animal, that's my first connection. My other connection is paddleboarding or outdoors, the salt life. So those are things that I identify with other people right away. So you want to find something that identifies you with that person, and that's how you want to close that message. By the way, how did it go on your concert? How do you like that movie? How was your day at the beach? What are your names of your doggies? They're so gorgeous. And what are their ages? Look for something that is relatable to them, because at the end of the day, if there's no connection, there's not going to be any friendship development, and there's not going to be that thing that is going to attract each other, or that person that is going to attract you to them to do business with you. Okay. Another thing that I like that Nani mentioned was the mindset. Mindset is so important. So make sure that that personal development is on the top of your list, And if you had not figured different ways to fit it in, let me mention a few ones, because my car is my university, is my office. So I plug in my car to podcast. I plug in my car to the XM128, which is Joel Austin, and I love his messages. They just fill my soul, and it just encourage me. And whenever, you know, we have those moments that we need that extra encouragement, so I'm always listening to something. When I'm preparing in the morning, when I'm putting my makeup and getting ready to leave my house, I always listen to Darren Hardy in the morning, and I've always listened to the podcast from Brandon Bouchard, just to get that. I have this morning routine that I have developed, and it's really what keeps me focused and what keeps me really with the energy that we need to stay focused and moving our business forward. Because if we're not doing personal development, if we're not keeping our mind on the right mindset, on the right I would say level that it needs to be, then we could quickly go down. Quickly. I mean, it's incredible. It's the same thing like Nani mentioned. If you stop working out for a week, 2 weeks, next thing you know, it's hard to get back to it. So habits are so important, and it's what I was talking to my team the other day. Actually, I believe it was today. Let me see if I find the word. There's a key word, which is consistency. Consistency is key in this business. If you're not being consistent on your power hour every single day for 2 years in a row, that's why your business is not growing, or that's why you're not moving forward. Consistency makes a huge difference in your marriage, with your kids, with your fit journey, with your goals, having a vision board. Let me see if I can still show it to you guys. Having that vision board that you look at it every single morning. Like I have my vision board. I put this vision board together December, and I look at this every single morning, just like the Energy Boss. I'm not the Energy Boss, the Miracle Morning. This is something that I didn't know, and Nani mentioned it to me. But you see, I had set out to develop habits about owning my mornings and being intentional for the past 8 months, and I was doing that, and I was feeling pretty confident about it. But when I read this book, I was like, whoa, I mean, I can take my mornings to the next level instantly. So I was doing the journaling, I was doing all that, but I love the fact that this takes you even beyond that. It's about having that silent moment, about just closing your eyes and visualizing where do you want to see your life with this business. Because you don't want to see or wait to live that life when you have achieved it. You want to feel it, visualize it, live it now. So if you want to work your business for 6 hours a day, you want to start doing that now. You want to start achieving that now, because that's how that energy start flowing into you. So that silent moment, having the affirmations, having that visualization, having that journaling is so important. I have been doing it, and guys, I encourage you that if you had not done it, to start doing it. Energy Boss, I know Nani had mentioned this to you guys. These 2 books, when she mentioned it to me, I bought them in audio and I listened to them like within a week, and I was so hooked to them that I bought them in hard copy, just to like make so many notes on it and just relate those thoughts to my post and to my coaches and to my daily life. So these books are awesome. I encourage you to do them and just apply them to your life. And another thing before I close that I want to share here is something that my pastor said today at church. He said, value will carry our fragrance to the world. Value will carry your fragrance to the world. You see, coaching, what I have discovered about coaching, or my way of visualizing, or my point of view, is that it has brought purpose into my life. It has brought that vibe, or that feeling, or that desire to share my story with the world. And that is what makes every single coach unique and special. It's not the fitness, it's not the nutrition, is your value, is what makes you special, your struggles, your story. So if you're not sharing that on your page, I encourage you to start doing that, to go live, to share your point of view, to be yourself, okay? Because that is what is going to attract people to you. But the right people, the people that identify themselves with who you are, because they have something in their life that they can connect with you with, okay? So this is what I love about coaching, because it's about purpose. It's about sharing your story, being who you are, owning who you are, owning your struggles and your values, and just bringing that fragrance and sharing that fragrance with the world. Okay, so that's how I wanted to close this call. I hope I have brought value and I had teach you a few things or two. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And Nani, thank you for allowing me to come live into your group and being part of this awesome family that you guys have here. Have a blessed Sunday, and just go and do your best this week. Just go and kill it out there and have an awesome time. If we don't speak again at Summit, ciao.